Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I make my quick and easy sandwich loaf bread. Now this we use for sandwiches, French toast, Texas toast, pretty much everything, and I make this once a week, quick and easy. So no matter what yeast I use, I do bloom my yeast. And these are my rest of my ingredients: my softened butter, my bread flour, my dry milk powder, and my salt. So now I'm adding in some all-purpose sourdough starter. This is just for taste. It doesn't really add anything to the rise, but I find that that makes the loaf taste really good. Just making sure that I leave enough sourdough in my container for the next feeding. So I wait till my dough comes to about this point where it's coming together, and I actually stop it at this point. This is about 2 minutes in, and I scrape down my bowl. Actually, I scrape more like the bottom of it, because I find that with this KitchenAid there's flour that gets stuck under there, so I scrape it down at this point. So I'm about 5 minutes in or so now, and you can see it's really coming together. And I'm going to add in my softened butter. That's my last ingredient to go in. And once that's incorporated in, my dough is done. And this is what it looks like when it's done. My bowl is nice and clean, and it's ready to come out. So at this point, as you can see, the dough is nice and smooth, and it easily slides off the dough hook. So at this point, my dough has been kneading for a total of 8 minutes, and it's not really at all sticky to the touch. It is a little bit sticky, but not where you have to add any more flour. I'm going to take it out of this bowl, if I can get it out. Get it into a bowl, and then I'm going to use this same mixing bowl that I just mixed it in. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in it and oil my dough bowl, and I'm going to put it in a nice warm place. For me, that's my oven with the light on, and I'm gonna let it rise for about 1.5 to 2 hours. My kitchen is kind of on the cold side. I'm going to cover it with some cling wrap and just let it sit while I do other things. So here it is, risen to more than double its size. I'm going to punch it down and get it rolled out and into my Pullman loaf pan. I'm not going to add any flour to my surface because the oil that I put on the bread will help it to stop sticking to my counter while I'm rolling it out. And I'm just using my top for my Pullman loaf pan to make sure I'm rolling it out to the width that I need it. So now that I have my edges closed up and everything rolled out to the width I needed, I'm going to put it into my pan. Now I have greased my pan with butter. I know a lot of people say don't use butter because it burns. I've always used butter. I like the taste of butter. And yeah, so I grease my pan with butter. And I'm just pushing it down just to help it spread out in the pan a little bit better. Just to get sort of uniform rise out of it. I find that when I do this, it comes out better. There's no kind of wonky sides or lower side. So into my oven it goes for about 30 minutes to a half an hour. Half an hour and 30 minutes is the same thing, yeah. So about 45 minutes. And this is what it looks like after 45 minutes. It is ready to be baked off. So 30 minutes in a 350 degree preheated oven, and this is what it looks like. Yes, I slather more butter on my bread. We like butter. So I'm just putting butter. It's cooled about 10-15 minutes, and I just put butter on it. Then I'm going to turn it out onto a cooling rack, and I'm going to put some butter on the sides. I will let this cool completely before we cut it into it for dinner. And this is what it looks like. I don't see any burned spots on it. And I would say using butter, if you want to, go right ahead. I use butter in my pan and it works just fine. So I make this loaf once a week and we use it for everything. It's our sandwich loaf. And I use it for Texas toast, French toast, on the side of dinner, whatever the case may be for the week. Sometimes I make dinner rolls to go along with it. Normally I make dinner rolls to go along with it because I'm finding that one loaf a week is not quite enough for everything we use it for. So those dinner rolls come in real handy to use it for dinner, and then this for just making sandwiches. And you know my motto, quick and easy. This recipe is so quick and easy. About 30 minutes hands-on for everything. Not including rise time and baking time, of course, but hands-on about 30 minutes. And I will include the recipe in the description box below if you want to try it. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. Thank you very much and have a great day.